Hey everyone, and welcome to Medicae's Orders. Trust us, we're doctors.
Just not that kind of doctors.
I'm Seth the Mad Doc, and I am joined by my fellow clinicians, Nathan and Francois. How's everyone doing?
Not a clinician. I'm a historian.
Clinician. Oh,
Just
shit.
for that, you get 2 history facts.
Damn it. I medicaled too hard.
I will say that I have done anesthesia on small animals, so maybe
Hitting them in the head does not count as anesthesia.
we use actual anesthesia. Isoflurane is an anesthetic. It works.
That's fine.
We have to actively monitor them. I don't know.
I've taken Advil
What do you want
before.
from
That's
me?
the same thing, right?
I've run an IV for a rat. That's the same, right?
How you boys been doing?
I'm doing great. I've never expressed so much skill in Warhammer.
So I'm glad to hear.
I love that for you, Francois. What were you up to this weekend then, for the last couple weeks?
This
Expressing
weekend,
skill, clearly.
This weekend, nothing. I had a weekend off of Warhammer, which after like 4 straight weekends in a row was actually probably a good thing for my own mental and physical health.
Yeah.
But the weekend before, I went to a GT, brought what Goonhammer called something like the most toxic list possible. Which was the awakened triple Catan Wraith Brick list to on 0 reps, by the way. I want to make that clear. I had not practiced the detachment at all. I had like 3 Necron games and none of them on that detachment before showing up to the event, and then won it, which is a sure sign that Necrons are perfectly balanced, that I just pushed my models up the middle and won 5 straight games, including 2 against fellow Canada WTC members.
I'm not seeing the problem here.
That stuff is silly. I love it. I haven't felt this powerful at the table since Leviathan did Tyranids. It's on that level, I think.
I think it's all fair.
I think when we looked back through the numbers, this was like the 3rd or 4th worst by win rate, because there have been like several little spikes across time. But most of the bad part is just like in the beginning when it was like Eldar for 5 weeks at like a 60 to 70% win rate. And I don't think anything has felt as powerful this edition, at least, as that version.
Yeah, like I said, for me, I think it's genuinely the last time I was playing something this bent was Leviathan Tyranids. And the meta representation being what it is, like the numbers are actually underselling it because people are cannibalizing each other.
It's been really interesting to watch. Unravel itself, essentially.
So at that event that I won, there were 5 other Necron players, and I somehow they all managed to lose before getting to me somehow, and so I never actually had to play the dreaded mirror because that's super toxic, and I don't want to do that because who wants to play against Necrons? You play with Necrons.
Perfectly balanced, yes.
Oh no, they're definitely not. Seth, I'm sorry.
Seth's getting really squirrely in the corner there.
At least I know what I am, right?
Look, okay, all right. I didn't want to spoil it, but I might be taking Necrons to Cherokee. I know, who'd have guessed? And I might be attempting to source a villainous mustache. Because if I'm going to do my villain arc,
you have to twirl.
I'm going to go full twirly mustache.
I love this for you. Did you find yourself a deceiver to go fully villainous mustache?
No, and I've tried. So I could find a deceiver if I wanted one, but I want my own that I can paint and match my color scheme. But I refused to buy the fine cast model. So I've been trying. I had a resin one that I printed before my resin printer died. RIP, my baby. So I've been trying to print with my filament printer, which I've learned a lot about various types of filaments and printing styles and whatnot over the last 6-8 months. I have yet to get a deceiver. I can get it to the detail quality I want, but there's still like always one area that fails, and just it's not worth it. So I don't have a deceiver. I am only running a mere 2 Satan in my Star Shattered list. So I am a reasonable person.
Are you saying you're not deceived? You are fully
correct,
awakened, as it were?
No, I'm not. I'm shattered. My attempt.
I actually pulled up the Goonhammer description of my list because I remember finding it really amusing, but I couldn't recall it word for word now. And they call it something that leaves opponents weeping salt tears as they realize they cannot kill anything in a way that matters.
Perfect.
Yeah, that do be a review.
Yep.
So there was a stealth nerf to Astra Militarum. Like they didn't announce it or anything. They just kind of
Nope.
rolled it out for
Snuck it
gold.
right in.
They're
Good.
just like
That
no
army's
more
not okay.
reroll
Way too
ones to
powerful.
wound. It's not okay, but it's very funny because we've got like what 2 days, Seth, before you're safe.
Yeah.
rules
So
lock
the
for
14th is
Cherokee?
rules lock for Cherokee. So yeah, that's like, crossing fingers,
Like white knuckle.
Yeah,
2
like
days.
I'm sacrificing, virgins to whatever deity I need to. We're doing what we need to
You have
get
access to
boys.
goats in your profession, right?
I mean, I was going to go down to the game store to find virgins, but whatever.
I was damn. I was gonna say he's courting the gods old and new.
Yes,
Just to continue
whichever
our
one
detachment
is
joke.
really just wants to support me. I am open to the
better be ready
pantheon of
You
gods.
better be ready to display your obeisance.
I will.
It's as much as Astra legit deserved a hit. It's really funny that he just snuck it in there and then Necron's nothing.
They didn't even say anything about it. They're just like nobody needs to know. We're just gonna
Nobody
sneak-
will notice that we deleted the sentence.
Let's be honest. When literally every single guard player on the planet starts playing the same detachment, you know you got a
It's
problem because those people they like to be different sometimes.
Well, and
I
so
will say this is the first time I've seen every single guard player decide we're all gonna play the same thing except for one person playing hammer, and that's it. Oh,
wait,
and Nemo
no,
playing.
I was
recon
like, hold
occasionally, I
on.
guess.
Nemo probably still is doing some reps on recon.
Yes, but that's a cry for help, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
Really, truly.
I've watched
What-
him play that on TTS, and let me tell you,
That's like my biggest fear at this point is there's like two good guard players going to Cherokee, and I have been playing both of them for reps, and
Mhm.
I know one of them has played recon and it's good, but I hate it, and I'm just like, how much does he hate it? Does he hate it enough
well,
to just stick with?
put him on a clock, and you're probably going to be okay. Because
Yeah.
other than freaks like Nemo, it's very hard to play that list on a clock.
I understand, but it was just like I'm like that at this point is the biggest fear of him just being like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna have a miserable weekend, but I'm gonna ruin everyone else's time.
And what's funny is that guard is still, I think, in my opinion, one of the few things that had a okay to good matchup into Necron, depending on the relative builds, and just take a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is like I feel like, funnily enough, the thing that they could hit that did like the least change.
Oh yeah, it's a super minor hit.
They were like,
Yeah,
if
'cause
we
wasn't-
take,
isn't it,
we're just going to turn
Because
them
the
out
real
a
ones to
little bit.
wound were only on objectives as well, and so it's
Yeah, if
like
you but it affects like their long range guns, but it's
It
like
does.
the scions. They just like get rerolls to wound, period, if you're on an objective. So they're like, cool story, bro. Eat a bunch of plasma guns.
yeah,
mostly
it's actually a
affected
very
Rogals.
gentle tap.
It mostly affected Rogaldorns. Sometimes things like the cavalry who needed the rerolls.
Yeah,
on, like, melted
the
lances and
horses
stuff like
charging
that.
you on an objective, that's significant for sure.
Yeah.
But horses hitting on 2s rolling 1s, winning on 2s rolling 1s is a little silly when you think about it for like 2
A
seconds.
little.
Do you want to hear about silly?
By the way, I'm
I'll-
very upset at the guard order system in general, and I would like it out there into the universe that that's stupid and should go away.
Fair. Mainly because it just takes them to like their command phase takes like 20 minutes because they have to figure out what like you should be making a plan, but they have to get like ultra detailed and like, okay, this movement's
Well,
gonna
Not
but
even
so
a
that-
little anymore.
I play against John Winter Russell all the time, and let me tell you, it doesn't take that long. He has all these dice with the orders, and he just drops them in places. It's super efficient. But I still think that it's ridiculous that a guardsman gets yelled at and suddenly has a better save.
My personal opinion is just that I don't care what people do for their guard orders. They could be like, all of these things are doing whatever. I'd be like, cool. You
It's
remember-
actually
I'm
really
not going
easy
to.
for guard players to accidentally. I'm not going to say cheat because they're not doing it on purpose, but between the timing of the orders and how they work and the range, because sometimes they have voxes, but sometimes they don't, and sometimes
I just-
orders magically appear in places where they can't actually go. But if
I
you're
just-
playing a good guard player, those are the ones you have to worry about anyway. They're going to do it right.
I just listen to people do it, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then they change them out with per CP like repeatedly, which is
And then they
exactly
get
what
the
I
CP
anticipated.
back.
What's
and
it
then
called
you're
in Grizzled? Snap to it or something?
Yeah,
yes,
snap
like
to
that.
it where they get an extra order. where
It's
they
funny
can switch
because
out in order.
John, who I played at the event, would just say, "Now we snap," and like change his orders, and I was following. I understood,
Thanos.
but for a second, I was a little confused. Yeah, because I thought he was snapping his fingers.
He's
Just
Thanos
at you
snapping.
and like a
Yeah.
just snapping in your face, Francois. Seth, how was the rest
It's
of
his
your week?
fault, really, if I was playing Necrons, because I only did it because I know he hates it.
I know. We in fact in the back
John
chat
Winter
did
Russell
tell you that
forced you to
should
become
troll.
evil with me.
Yes, exactly.
I do remember you saying that, and then immediately I was like, "That would be so funny. You should just do it."
I was very close to taking Space Wolves.
That wouldn't have been quite as funny.
No, I probably wouldn't have won.
True.
You probably would have to play Necrons.
Seth, what else have you been up to over the last week and a half?
Stuff. Let's remember. I did an RTT this past weekend where I took Star Shatter.
And you forgot an
yeah.
entire unit at home.
Yeah. Well, so we were talking, you guys kept talking about doing Awaken, and I finally was like, I played some Awaken games. They didn't go well. My local play partners were like, just play what you know. So I was like, I'll just play Star Shatter. So I go to the event. It was some friends that recently had opened a store, and when I was first getting back from my wife being in the hospital, I was supposed to run an RTT locally, and I couldn't leave her all day. And so they actually it's a couple of brothers. One of them was like, I know I'm supposed to work and help, my new store on Saturday, but I'm going to come run your RTT for you. So I was like, I'm going to keep, I want to go play at your event and support you guys and make sure your events are a good time. So I went, and yes, I got paired into like my local play partner, and him and the second round opponent had like the same like pregame, we heard Necrons are good, but I'm interested to see how this matchup goes. I think I understand everything, but and then by like the second turn, they're just like, I haven't killed anything, and half my army's dead, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you though?
But as I was going through my list, and then I got this unit, this is what it does, telling my friend everything, and then I go, and here's my Ophidians. I forgot my Ophidians at home. I'm going to be 80 points down today, and just kept going. Like.
And did it matter?
He was like, do you need to get some like proxy, like in the store owner's like, you can borrow models from my collection. You just need something on 40 mil base. So I was like, it's fine, guys. Yeah,
that's
so
the ultimate flex. Yeah, I'll just play 80 points down. It won't matter.
It didn't.
Oh,
so
dear.
so I went 3-0 there. The fun story being at the end, there's like going to the last round, there's like 4 of us undefeated. Custodes player, Space Wolf player, and then me and another Necron player. And me and the Necron player are probably, based on like rankings, we're gonna get paired. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. I want to play you, Tommy. I want to teach you who the real Necron player is. And then the Space Wolf player, his wife went into labor, and so he had to drop. And so then that got pairings, and I got the pair down. So I ended up. Necrons both won the event, going 3-0. But Tommy and I were like, did Weston drop because he just didn't want to potentially play one of us, and he's just lying about his wife going into
Convenient
labor?
excuse. I'm gonna need to see a picture of the baby.
We did see a picture of the baby the next day. Mom and baby are well. So Weston wasn't lying and trying to get out of playing Necrons by faking his wife being in labor.
Which, if it had been the case, totally understandable.
Yeah, so,
I understand. Really, I would.
yeah. So I did that. I've been working with my 3D printer and doing some upgrades to it, and still working on trying to print my full suit of armor for Alphonse Elric. It's a process. I have like 3 different chess pieces now, all of which don't fit for various reasons. And I think this 4th one that I'm starting on, this is the one, baby. I could feel it. Hopefully I've ironed out the kinks. So anyway, yeah. And then I don't think I've watched like one movie, and then I've been listening to some books for book club.
Yeah.
How about you? How about you, Nathan? What have you been doing?
Mostly work. I got to listen to my boss yell at a biotech company today, which was, it's always novel to hear your boss like just yell at somebody.
They're not yelling at you.
Fun. Not yelling at me, just being mad at a multi-billion-dollar biotech company. It's fair.
I'm sure he's right.
Shouting at the sky. He was. He was right.
Well, then that's all that matters.
They wouldn't respond to his emails, and so he got upset, which understandable. Really, I do get it. Other than that, I've been getting some. I assembled an Amintar model. He's so big.
Oh yeah,
I was just like, I
almost
was like,
Army size.
Yeah, he's like what, like an 80 mil base?
Yeah.
That's infantry.
I was
like,
I was
To be
also
fair, he's on the same base as
scissor ass.
Thank you. Yes.
yeah. No, so this weekend I realized, has anyone checked in on Gilliman? Because the boy looks real small now in comparison to the other Primarchs.
He does.
Like that
A
scale,
bit of scale
that
creep,
scale creep has been like, even the Lion's like, bro, did you take your vitamins today? Like,
It's that poison from Fulgrim that put him in stasis in the first
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
with
like,
the Legion.
was he always the shortest Primarch? You know,
That was Alfarius and Omegon, but only
I
because
mean,
they
if you
split
go
one
get
Primarch
their,
in
like,
two.
if you go get their like 30K model, I think it's taller than the GW 40K Gilliman.
Maybe. I don't think that's true for any of the 30K Primarchs. They're all pretty short.
I've
have
never
it,
seen one of
and
those in person.
I have it, and I'm fairly certain it's taller than Gilliman.
Somebody I knew at our local store had made it a goal of theirs to paint all of them, and so
Yeah.
he did. So I've seen many of them in person at this point. I have a Jekatai Khan over on my painting desk that I'll eventually get to.
You keep telling yourself that.
I
have a
will.
Ferris
I did. I do keep telling myself that, Francois. Thank you.
I have a
Yeah.
Ferris Manus that's painted, and his head is magnetized.
Okay, that's
good. That's good.
Well, really, it was because when I was painting him, I was like, I want to
Sure.
leave the head off.
No,
You know,
don't
but then
ruin
I was like,
it.
how do I had a pinhole
Ruin
drilled
it
in
by explaining it.
Yeah, and then
Don't
I was
ruin
like,
it by explaining
I could just put magnets in here, and his head's magnetized.
But yeah, I was assembling Avatar because I kind of wanted to just paint him. Like, I don't own enough Necrons to even field an army. I just have some Necrons.
That's easy to
for
fix. You
starter
only need like
boxes.
7 models.
True.
Is this also where you tell us you also just bought a Nightbringer for fun?
No, I don't have a Nightbringer.
What's that?
I
much behind
have
you?
a coffee maker, a kettle.
What's funny is Amentar is sold out everywhere, but the Void Dragon is the Nightbringer is available.
I actually got Amintar at a local store because I could have gotten it in other ways if I'd wanted to, but I was like, I'll just buy it from my local MSRP and be done with it. I'm only getting it to paint it, and then maybe I'll do something with it. I don't know.
It's actually a pretty cool model. I actually like the sculpt.
Yeah, he's a cool model, and I was like assembling all these Chaos Space Marines to paint, and so it was very funny though. Assembling,
And then GW released Chaos Space Marine rules, and you were like,
They did. Well, I was already assembling them, so it was fine. I like it. I like all the rules that they've come out with so far.
It's not meta chasing if you already own the army. That's what I keep
It's
telling
true.
myself.
oh, damn it, I forgot to bring my Necron bracelet.
But yeah,
I have,
I'm getting
I have a
ready
Necron bracelet from
Yeah.
Champions Cup 2 years ago.
Okay.
That we all had bracelets for our faction made by Matt Laura's mother.
That's cute.
I
Lovely.
Actually,
And
you know what?
and
That's actually kinda
they were
cute.
and she made them in our army color scheme.
Wow, that is quite neat.
I'm going to admit Matt Laura's mother is not words that I expected to hear out of your mouth today, but that's a sweet story.
True.
Yeah. So I was like, that's how long I've been playing Necrons.
I've had a Necron army since. What was that box? Like the 9th edition starter box? What was it called?
Yeah.
Indomitus?
Indomitus, yeah.
Indomitus.
Same here.
So-
That's also when I started a Necron army.
I
That's when
also
most people
painted
did.
like 5,000 points of Necrons during the pandemic because what else was I going to do except paint entire armies? I have a lovely White Scars army painted that I don't think I've ever played, but it looks good. It even has Forge World decals on it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those are
I'm
hard to
still
find
working
now.
on this Chaos Army. I am excited for Huron and his 5 buddies to come out.
Are you excited
and
to
then
play
noth-
just regular Space Marine rules?
It's funny because somebody recently was like, "Oh, they just get better Gladius." I'm like, "It's worse Gladius."
Yeah,
It's-
let's calm down
All
here.
right, let's pause.
Hold your shit
Name
together.
an army that if you put worse Gladius as one of their detachments, it would not immediately be like top 1 or 2 detachments. For that.
Yeah.
Worse Gladius is every single detachment. Every single
just
detachment
like
is
slightly
worse
below Gladius.
Gladius. I think the detachment's quite good. I'm hoping for Creations of Bile. Honestly, I'm going to run Abaddon and Huron and Cypher and a Chaos Lord with Prime Test Subject with 20 Chosen and 5 Legionnaires and see what takes me.
Yeah, I've played against that list. It's quite good.
Pretty pretty excited about it. I like it. I do think the other detachment is just better because it has cooler shit you can do in it, and because shooting is actually where a lot of strength in the cast-based Marine faction is.
Who knew that rerolls of +1 to wound was good? Certainly not Ultramarine players.
It is very funny to give a unit +1
clearly
to
are
wound
not
to the host
performing with
target.
it, so relax.
And Noise Marines with an extra AP and reroll hits and +1 to wound are quite a thing when they ignore cover.
Oh yeah.
It's really cute that you've got that Victrix Guard hiding in cover.
Don't they just take 4 up invulns?
Victrix Guard?
Oh, isn't every army just 4 up invulns?
I see. Yeah, robble. It is funny that the releases from this week are so much more tame than the Necron releases. Like they put out Reavers, and I was like, oh, those are just worse chosen. And then they put out Corsair, the Uriel and Karseth. I was like, oh, cool, overpriced characters. Excellent, we're getting places. And then the Starfang grew on me because it has a fucking grenades keyword. Amazing.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
So does the Land Raider Redeemer. I'll have you know.
And look, that's a good Land Raider.
The Land Raider's the best Land Raider. Well, in some armies, that's
no, it's just a good Land Raider. It just even at
technically the best Land Raider is quite obviously right now the Custodies one.
Yes, which is a basic Godhammer.
Which I still do not respect that list at all. I know intellectually that it's good. I've seen it win games. I've watched it in action. I refuse to accept that it's good.
It's because you just don't respect the Custodian Guard.
That's because it upsets me greatly that Custodians could ever be good.
I thought you were just going to say from a lore reason. You're like, it upsets me that they're running around as armies in the Imperium.
A lore reason? I'm playing all 3 named Catans in the same list. Lore has no power over me.
The last time that Custodians were good in this way was when I started doing stats competitively for Warhammer 40K. That was the last time that Custodians were good.
When you just said that, when you said doing stats competitively, I chose to interpret it as you were competing by making stats with other.
And how close have you?
I had to chase.
Joining the World Championships of Excel, Nathan.
Not that close. Excel is a terrible program, and nobody should use it.
That is a real thing, though.
But that's a great segue
sequences
to the announcement that came out today.
Yes,
Championships of Warhammers in Barcelona.
That's
crucially not in the United States.
Correct. I'm very excited for them to be in Spain, which is a great place to visit. Barcelona's a nice city with good food.
Yep.
All of those things are great. Also, it's only like $500 round trip from Chicago.
Yeah, I was looking at plane tickets. It's really not that bad.
Let's go on the old Expedia.
So I wasn't there this year for reasons that I don't think I need to expand on, but I'm told that when they announced that the next one might not be in the United States, the crowd cheered loudly.
I think that may have been more about Atlanta than about the United States at that moment.
Nah.
But there are better places in the United States you could have had that tournament. Atlanta is not the one I would have chosen. There's a wide gamut of places you could have chosen, all of them better than Atlanta.
That hotel was upsettingly expensive.
Yeah. That is what I've heard. And it wasn't actually that nice from what I'd heard as well.
It sure wasn't. Yep. It had a kind of brutalist Soviet-style architecture with like concrete everywhere.
That does sound...
Yep. The only good thing about that hotel, because I've done many conferences and many events in downtown Atlanta, is they had a very nice secured underground parking system.
Yes.
Because I've literally been in hotels where I've parked in the hotel garage with their security, and my car's been broken into. So I've been there 3 years in a row. I've parked on site for 3 years in a row, and no one's broken into my damn car. So. Solid review for me.
I have a fun car broken into at a Warhammer event story. A couple of years ago, last year, I don't know, time is a flat circle. I was at a team in Toronto, and one of my teammates decides that he doesn't trust the venue, and so he doesn't want to leave his army there. We all leave our armies at the venue. He's the only one that goes, no, I'm taking my army with
I always put my army right next to the stream table.
Yeah, like, they're going to steal the computer, of course.
Yeah, they're going to steal all that crap, not my army.
And so he doesn't trust the venue, so he takes his army with him, and then leaves in my other friend's truck. And then leaves the army in the truck in the hotel parking lot. Overnight, the truck gets broken into, And they were in the process of hot wiring the truck and leaving with it when they got interrupted. So my friends show up to the truck the next day, broken glass everywhere. The wires are pulled out from under the steering wheel
Yeah.
because they were in the process of actually leaving with the truck. His army was still in there. But come on, you don't trust the venue, but you're fine leaving it in the parking lot. Anyway,
Decisions
Jason,
were made.
I'm going to make fun of you for that forever.
Decisions were made. They weren't the right decisions, but they were made.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
You guys
Do we
remember
wanna go
when
in-
Jim Vessel left his army in the airport?
Yep, and it was
Yes.
stolen, but actually you just forgot it.
It was a good time.
That was the army that somebody replaced and like gave him money to get
Uh-huh.
a new one,
I
right?
believe
and
so.
he
There's
lied to
something like
everybody
that.
about it.
I don't know
Although
about lying,
he-
but I know that he got it back because it wasn't actually stolen. They found it in the airport.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter. He's out of the hobby at this point, from my understanding. And it's
Yes.
like doing whatever his chefery business was on the side, or food industry business that he had on the side.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk
That's a
about
deep
our
cut for people that are, newer in the hobby.
That's old. That's like old lore from when I first started, was when he
That's
was the
like
most-
middle-age lore for me.
fair. Seth, how
people are
much
the
are your
older-
round trip tickets from?
So looking, it's about $1,100. From
Oh,
Atlanta.
from
That
Atlanta.
seems- that
really?
feels
Is that
expensive.
expensive? That feels
Because when I
expensive.
looked from Ottawa, it was like 700
Atlanta.
Canadian. Yes.
Everything's expensive.
I live in Chicago,
I can
bro.
rarely get a flight for like less than $600 within the United States from Atlanta.
That's brutal. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's such a hub. Why is everything so expensive?
You would think it would be cheaper. It's not.
Monopoly. That's why.
Probably. This makes sense. I don't like capitalism now. Down with the proletariat.
To be fair, what we have is not actually capitalism.
Oh God. Is this where I get my
we
first
can't. We
history
can't.
lesson?
Yeah, this is the first history fact, and we're gonna bookend our book report
I'm
segment. with
ready.
a
Hit me,
history
bud.
fact.
No,
What's
no. I think that goes into political commentary a little bit more than I'm comfortable doing right now.
Fair enough.
But hey,
So,
do
yeah.
you know that the French Macron called Elon Musk an over-subsidized person today, which I think is hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie. If you tell me someone's over subsidized, I think they're like you're telling me that they're on like cocaine or something.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But I mean,
Not
he's on a
wrong.
lot of ketamine apparently. Allegedly. I need to protect
Allegedly.
myself.
Oh, okay. So fun story. So
Mhm.
so I
About
I-
ketamine?
yes.
It is a horse
Okay,
tranquilizer.
I was like,
so
do you-
yeah, actually,
well, it's in
that makes
everything.
sense.
It's an everything tranquilizer. It's very commonly used in both human and veterinary
In
medicine.
large enough doses, it is the permanent sleep. Yes.
Okay, well, that's a different discussion. So, when I originally graduated and began working as a vet, I was in Baltimore, and I don't know if you guys know this, but Baltimore has a high crime rate.
I've seen the documentary called The Wire. Yes.
Okay, so that's okay. So pause now. Story within a story. We moved to Baltimore. We make friends. The friends say, "Oh my God, you should watch The Wire. It's so true." That's a horrible fucking review for the city of Baltimore. It is about child drug dealers and horribly corrupt cops.
I mean,
That's most of the United States. You've officially reviewed the United States with corrupt police officers.
So I'm
being
just like,
attacked
so
there.
I'm like, no, don't tell me how accurate the show is. Tell me that the show is like exaggerated. No, they were like, no, it's really that bad here. And I'm like, got it. So anyway, point is, I work in a clinic. We have controlled drugs. In the past,
Mhm.
we may or may not have been robbed before I got there. So we had a solution. Your drugs, when you have controlled drugs, they have to be kept under a certain amount of lock and key, and only certain individuals can have them. So, sake of argument, Francois is looking to score some ketamine to get that special K going, and he pulls a gun on our receptionist. The receptionist doesn't have access to the drugs; she can't do anything about it. But in that scenario, maybe the drug addict is not reasonable and doesn't understand that the drugs are kept under a certain amount of security. So, what can we do to help the individual at the front desk that might be in this dire situation? So we had a fake bottle of ketamine that we kept on a shelf in the back for such an occasion. Now we could have put
Fake
any
bottle.
clear liquid into this thing.
Mhm.
We could have put saline. We just could have put plain old tap water. But we decided we're going to put furosemide in that. And what furosemide is Lasix. It's a diuretic. It's just going to make you piss your brains out. So not only does the individual score fake drugs, but then they just get to sit in an alley later just constantly pissing themselves.
Okay, all right. You Americans are famously litigious people. Doesn't poisoning the person that robs you for drugs
Yeah.
potentially cause some sort of problem?
No.
No.
Okay.
Where are you going to go to?
Yeah. Officer, I robbed this clinic and I wanted the highest grade ketamine they had available. And instead they gave me Lasix and
That
I
they
peed all
poisoned
night.
me.
I peed all night long. They're not going to die.
Okay,
from
all
Lasix.
right. Yes. I withdraw my objection.
In reality, all I did was just help the officer catch the guy stealing ketamine. That's all I did. Anyway, where was I before we said ketamine? Baltimore. There we go. Yeah. No. Sorry, Wire, Baltimore.
Doesn't
ketamine.
matter. We go where the show takes us.
I will say my favorite comment so far is just from Photograph. Best Warhammer 40K podcast ever. I'm like,
we
look,
started all of this talking about how the world champs are in Barcelona.
We
next
did.
we did.
And we ended up
We're
in
gone
ketamine
places.
in Baltimore.
We have traveled. It's been a journey.
We haven't even gotten to our book report section yet.
That's
I
okay.
think
I haven't
someone
done
has-
the assignment this
Someone
week.
in chat needs to figure out how many actual minutes do we need to talk about 40K to qualify as a 40K podcast? Is it 51% 40K, therefore,
I'm pretty sure we can be
40K
whatever we
percent
choose to be.
40K.
I know, but still want to achieve the label of 40K podcast.
But Baltimore, Seth. Return to Baltimore.
I don't
Bring us
want
to-
to. Okay,
Did you
I have a lot of
enjoy your
good
time
friends
in
in Baltimore. No, I had a lot of good friends in Baltimore. I don't enjoy the city of Baltimore. We were there during the riots, where they burned down half the city.
Did you participate in the riots?
No, we stayed outside of the city during that moment. So fun fact: Baltimore, like many large cities, has an interstate loop that goes around the city.
Yes.
Baltimore has two: the outer belt and the inner belt. And apparently, the border for where things get real sketchy and the crime rate starts to shoot up is once you get past the outer belt. The inner belt is I don't know, the ninth circle of hell. I don't know. I didn't go in there. Okay, that's too far down the Dante's path for me to go. So anyway, when I was getting my job there, I was at the time working in California. All of my stuff's in Alabama. I get this job offer and I have to find a place to live in Baltimore sight unseen. So I start looking around. I basically find some big corporately owned mega apartment complex, whatever. I'm like, looks fine on pictures. There's enough decent reviews. It's a 20-minute commute to where my job's going to be. Cool. I got literally just outside the outer belt. Just right on the less than a minute from my apartment, you cross the belt. So sometimes there's what we call bleed over. So one day I'm in this apartment, just me and my dog and my cat, and we get a knock on the door. I open the door and it's two police officers with a warrant. It's does this man live here? And I'm like, fuck, no, it's me. I'm can we come in and check? And I'm like, sure. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. You're welcome to look around, guys. It's me and a dog and a cat. There were several times that they came around the area looking for an individual that I guess used to live there.
All right, Seth, I'm going to drop history knowledge bomb number 1 for tonight.
Is it about Baltimore?
No, it's about Atlanta, actually, but it
Okay.
feels related because it's a book that you should read. You're going to enjoy it. It's by a historian called Kevin Cruz, and it's called White Flight, Atlanta and the Making of Modern Conservatism. And it's about how American cities were defined on racial lines in the mostly post-war period, but 1960s specifically, and how white people just fled Atlanta in an effort to preserve amongst other things, school segregation. And I feel that's relevant to the story you were telling.
Yep. No, I could see that. I could see that definitely have been a thing.
I mean,
So anyway, White Flight, great book.
So it was quite entertaining because we had a very colorful group of friends that we formed over the time there, and one of them is my good buddy Frankie, and Frankie at the time was a bouncer and a bail bondsman, aka a bounty hunter.
So very large person, I'm imagining.
He's lost a lot of weight since then, but at the time he was a very large person, and he knew a lot about the crime in the area because that's sort of between bouncing and bail bondsman. You're gonna hear some things.
Yeah.
And so it was always funny whenever my wife would want to go out and go with some friends downtown. And it would just be like, let's just run that idea by Frankie. Because if Frankie says don't go there. Frankie used to work at a strip club underneath the overpass. Okay. He knows some sketchy fucking areas. And that was like her barometer. If Frankie was like, Seth and I have to go with you if you go to that bar, she was like, I guess I'm not going to go to that bar then. Because if I need 2 large men to protect me there, I don't feel like I need to go there.
That's fair. Reasonable.
So that was our fun little barometer was, does Frankie feel like we need to go with her? So Frankie's a good guy. We had a lot of fun. He frequently hated on my Tau.
As one should.
But he would do it. This is like 6th or 7th edition. He would hate on my Tau when he would have drop pods of ultramarines with grav cannons that were just like picking up everything they could see. And so he's hating on my Tau, like obliterating them into space. Meanwhile, I'm like, I can't even walk out in the open. So,
it's interesting to learn that Seth was at one point not an orc player or a Necron player, but in fact just a Tau player.
So if you go through the history of my armies, I started with CSM. Then I started Tau in 3rd edition or 4th edition, whenever it came out. Then it was Space Marines. Then I did the get out of it while I'm in college, and I get back in. And the CSM and the Space Marines eventually were sold, and I kept the Tau. So Tau is actually the only original army that I have from my youth. And then I started Orcs in 6th edition when I got back in.
What year did you play your first game of Warhammer, Seth? I just broke it. 404.
I'm like, I remember playing the game, and now I'm trying to remember the year. I had to have been in
because it was 1993 for me. So I'm just trying to
get it had to be 8th grade at least for me, I think. Maybe so that would have been probably 97.
Yeah, so I was 12 in 1993.
You've got me.
I played my first game of Warhammer because I played Warhammer Fantasy in 1996 with the Lizardmen and Bretonia box.
Oh, my brother and I split that box. Yes, I remember that. My first actual fantasy box was the High Elves versus Goblin box with Grom the Pounch. And you'd get a paper cardboard rock lobber and then a paper Altarian on Griffin in that one.
Yeah.
That was a good box.
I recently found my old metal Slan priest in my parents' basement.
Oh, my brother just recently sold all of his metal lizardmans from that era.
It was really funny because my younger brother also did some modeling stuff, but you can still find my original hobby desk in my parents' basement with old Citadel pots still on it because nobody has completely cleared away and thrown everything away from it.
And so 30 plus years.
And there's an old metal Hive Tyrant. The old Hive Guard and Tyrant Guard models, which are very funny to look at because they're bipedal and have big shields with spine fists on the outside. It's very funny.
Yeah, back when we used to play with green felt over books for hills.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of that. There's a big jar down there of just green felt for basing.
Yep.
Like the little green
grass.
The green flock. Yeah.
Goblin
Nostalgia
King.
is a hell of a drug because objectively that was all terrible, but I still
It was.
remember it fondly.
Yeah.
Metal models were also not great.
Oh
They
no,
were-
it's like
they were
having to deal with
so
epoxy
bad.
glue. Come on, I'm so glad we're past that now. There's actually a bunch of people in my local game store at the Dragon that like have like second or third edition tournaments, and all the power to them as long as they're having fun. But I just look back at that era and go, why? This is much better.
I will say I choose to collect the orc character models that are in metal over the ones that are in fine cast.
Well, yes, that's
Because
That's
fair.
that's
That's
terrible.
reasonable.
exactly that reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, these will actually survive transport. And so I have gotten pretty good at building metal models because of that. But
I
there's a
used to
fair amount
have
of
one of
pin
those
super glue
forest
to-
dragons that had like the neck like was an S, and
Oh,
yeah.
it would not stay together ever.
No. Definitely.
I was recently watching something and they're like, this is how you actually assemble metal models. And they were like drilling out and like
Yeah,
putting
you
pins in
actually
and
need
stuff
to
like
do
that.
some pinning. But
And I
I
was
was 12. I wasn't.
I was like, nobody was going to give me a drill to do that.
Yeah.
Guys.
I always
I-
wanted to
I
try
was-
to solder them.
Like my dad trusted me with epoxy. That's as far as it went.
My
Back
parents
when
barely trusted me with
plastic
paint
glue was
in the
good when it got
basement
to real high.
on the carpet that was like a burnt orange color and had been there since the 40s.
Wait, so I
to
also
be young
hobbied-
again.
I hobbied in the basement. Nathan hobbied in the basement. Francois.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, at my parents' house, we had their
all
old
are
dining room
basement
table
dwellers.
was in the basement.
This is how you know we're all from above the snow line, though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
because we
we
have
have
basements.
We don't have them here in the southeast. We don't do that. We should. We have tornadoes, but we don't have basements.
It is so funny. All I remember now is playing against people with like lance formation and my skinks running and firing and then running away.
Oh, those
And then-
Bretonian knights in lance formation. That was like this the giant triangle.
Yeah,
That was
the
great.
giant cheese wedge. Yeah.
I
Alright.
also just remember cannons with bouncing cannonballs, like taking out whole units because you could measure the bounce direction.
And
for
having
it.
to guess your ranges because you weren't allowed to pre-measure.
It's
Oh,
true.
and I
Yeah.
remember doing that with blast templates.
Yeah, that's
It's
how
terrible. It's
fights
not
could
good.
start. By the way,
Yeah.
Also, remember when you couldn't just pre-measure shooting? You had to like
Yeah.
guess
yeah,
the
you
range.
had to know
before-
exactly the distance between your index finger and your elbow, and just
Yeah.
like point.
I could do that. I could do the difference between my index finger or my pinky finger and my thumb.
Oh god,
all
the
this-
Warhammer
ex-
used to be terrible.
Oh, I remember we used to when we would play like we'd have like a
bad.
club where we could play after school, and we had no like the room that we would play in was always the history teacher's classroom,
Of course.
but they had no square desks. They were only trapezoid shaped desks, so we would play on what is essentially a hexagon.
Well, the table that we had at home wasn't wide enough for the full size of the battlefield, so we'd have to. And back then, you would always play a Dawn of War deployment, so we were smushed
Yeah.
together.
100%.
Oh god, my
I-
brother and I had so much fun.
All you ever used to measure was the whippy sticks too, the little red like plastic rulers.
Oh,
from
no,
those
Let me
had-
tell
we
you,
had- we had
hitting your brother with that whippy stick, very satisfying.
Oh, did I ever tell you about the guy that modified his whippy stick?
No, how
Modified?
did you modify the whippy stick?
You take it and you put it in the oven, and then you gently stretch it.
Oh no,
Oh no!
that's
So-
that's
so-
microwaving dice, but even worse somehow.
I want us now circle
So
back.
you would measure and say, "Oh yeah, I'm out of charge range," and then in his turn he would measure.
Oh. So on the topic of red and lines, no, we'll go back to our earlier conversation about cities and redlining.
Are we redlining neighborhoods?
No, Chicago is the most redlined of cities, to be fair. Like the most segregated of cities. Not as much anymore, but still very much so.
Wow, listen, I could tell stories about Boston too. So yeah, go ahead.
And-
Anyway, Nathan, what were you trying to get to?
no,
Or we
that's
spray
where
any
matter?
dangerous?
bookmarking the conversation. No,
Does it matter?
No.
Are any of us here for the destination or? the
I'm
journey?
just making so much more fun out of the situation. Also, I thought of whippy sticks and red lines, and I was like, I can make this about what we were talking about earlier.
I was giving a lecture on U.S. interventions in Latin America like 2 hours ago. So
That sounds interesting to me.
And-
but I
and
think
somehow we're
Seth's
back to
brain
fit-
would go.
No, yeah, no. Let's.
I could send you a fun song. Do you know who Tom Lehrer is?
No, I don't want to know. Francois.
Tom Lehrer.
Use your history facts wisely. You only have one left.
Tom Lehrer is a comedian who would do comedy through song. So one of his songs is called "Send in the Marines." I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It basically it summarizes American
send
foreign
the
policy.
Marines to Seth.
Okay.
One of the lyrics says, "Until somebody we like can be elected."
Hmm.
That song is from 1965.
This
You
has
know
nothing
what?
to
We're
do
just
with
repeating
Venezuela.
ourselves forever.
Yeah, I mean, time is a flat circle.
Got
That's
it.
true.
All right. Speaking of flat and boring, I mean,
Very interesting and
the Eye of
amazing.
Terror,
Oh.
Okay.
or whatever that damn first Aaron Dembski Bowden Black Legion book is called.
Talon of Horus.
Talon of Horus.
Yeah.
We said we were supposed to read it.
I did
Oh,
not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was
I'm,
gonna say.
I'm still stuck on Infinite and the Divine, which I'm sorry.
Is
Infinite
it
and
beginning to
Divine
feel
fans,
less divine and more infinite?
Yes, it's feeling really infinite because it's taken me forever to read that book. And everyone I've gotten so many recommendations for that book. This book's great. You need to read that book. And then I'm reading it, and I'm sorry, it's kind of boring.
Maybe it's the voice acting for the audiobook, but I enjoyed it more
Oh
than
yeah, I'm reading
Talon
it
of
the
Horus.
old-fashioned way, so maybe that's the problem.
Try
problem.
funny voices.
Just read it in funny voices.
I'm just gonna
in your
read it
head.
out loud to myself with funny voices.
You should.
Actually,
Yeah.
that would probably improve.
That does
it, yes.
sound great.
I'm probably, I don't know, 10 or 15% into Talon of Horus. Like, I'm gonna keep finishing it. Like, I've paid for the audiobook. I'm gonna listen to that thing.
It's okay. I
But
finished
it's just it made me realize why it is I stopped reading these like Horus Heresy and Chaos Space Marine and Space Marine books. And anything really from the viewpoint of Chaos or the Imperium has no humor. There's
Kane,
Kane,
the main character, is also
And-
not very funny.
Oh, I thought it was
he's
only
not.
Apis Kane.
The
Oh,
Black
no,
Knight
I
Mary
meant-
books, their issue is they're incredibly uneven. Some of them are actually good. A lot of them are terrible.
Yeah.
But like for the CSM side, I tremendously enjoyed the Night Lords trilogy. I thought that was really well done.
Well, Talon
I mean,
of Horus
yeah.
is weaker than the Night Lords trilogy in a way that the Night Lords trilogy was also something I couldn't quite get myself into because Aaron Dembski Bowden is like, but reader, dear reader, it doesn't matter that our protagonist is skinning that child alive on the floor. He's got thoughts
He's
about the
conflicted.
chaos gods and is conflicted about worshiping them.
All right, fair. Yeah,
And then-
To
fair
me,
enough.
a lot of it is like you know what the final like end point of the story is going to be.
Right.
Like the Talon of Horus starts with we're going to find the ship, the Talon of Horus, and you're like,
Well, that's
Is it Talon of Horus like
vengeful
the
spirit.
Lightning Claw?
The vengeful spirit is
Vengeful-
the ship they're trying to find.
whatever, okay, it's fucking chaosy, spiky McWolf bit, whatever. The point is, we know eventually they find stuff. Woo,
True.
that, they're like, we are the Black Legion. We're about to be eliminated. Oh my God, save us with your psychic powers, Mr. Kane. Like, and you're like, you character that I don't know may die, but the Black Legion's going to be fine. And chill out. I don't care.
The thing about the book is that it has a protagonist, and the reason why we have a duel themed, Yu-Gi-Oh themed title for the week is that Kane or Khayon, I think it's Kane is what they say. You pronounce my name Kane, and I'm like, cool, okay.
I'm gonna say
Excellent.
Kane because it looks like that to me.
Is the most anime protagonist I've ever seen in my entire life. He has a deck, a grimoire that is a deck of cards that is full of demons. He has a pet wolf that is a demon, and he has a Drukhari wife. And all of those things exist in the same space as him.
Okay. He has tremendous main character energy.
Oh
He
yeah.
does. He has the mostest.
Also,
main
you
character
know he
energy.
doesn't die at any point, by the way, because not a
These are
spoiler
his memoirs, yeah.
from when
These
he's
are his
captured by the
memoirs.
Inquisition, and he's
Of
writing
course.
it all
He gave
down.
himself up to the Inquisition. Even he
Whatever.
was like, yeah.
But the point is, you're just like, so also you can't ever make me worried that, serious harm may befall him because we know who's
So-
writing this in lore in the future.
Seth,
Just
are
like-
you going to finish these books, or are we going to move to to a new book series?
I'm going to finish The Talon of Horus eventually. I don't know if it's right now, but I suspect as I begin my commute in the next few weeks and I'm driving, like 8 hours a week, I'll start burning through books at a higher rate. And then maybe I'll go, all right, fine, I'll go back to that.
There's one spoiler I want to give. It's not important to the grand scheme of things.
Do it. Hit me, baby.
They do eventually find the vengeful spirit, and they find Abaddon.
Cool.
And Abaddon,
Which failed crusade is he on at this point?
This is before the Crusades happened.
Oh,
happened.
Is he upset that he got found?
No, he's kind of a weird man. Abaddon's actually my favorite character in the book because he's just fucking the quirky uncle with an entire ship full of weird nonsense. But at one point,
so he's Uncle Fun. I have an Uncle Fun.
Yeah, and so they get there and he gives to his Mournival, his like group of advisors, the Ezekarion.
Yes, I've read the Horus Heresy. I know what the word Mournival is.
Yeah. He gives them shards of Sanguinius's sword. And you're like, the fuck is going on? As each of these people, one of them, the Emperor's Children, forges the shard into a new face mask for his ruined face.
How big is this shard?
I don't.
It's magic.
Our favorite friend Kane, who has lost his special Space Wolf axe, has had his shard of Sanguinius's sword made into a new sword for himself. So he has a sword with a shard of Sanguinius's sword.
Okay, I just now imagine
this is like Theseus's sword.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going with like, we've seen pictures of like Sanguinius fighting, Horus and being slain, and he's laying, I'm now imagining instead he has like Final Fantasy Cloudbuster size sword,
And he has turned a shard of Sanguinius's soul in its final moments, which is made in these psychoactive crystals in the Vengeful Spirit, into the pommel of his new fourth sword.
Okay.
So I just, in case, like the books get more and more ridiculous as things go on. It has a few really fun moments, like when Abaddon encounters Sigismund on the outset of the First Black Crusade. And it talks about their duel with one another at the outset of the First Crusade. And it is really interesting. But past that, most of the book is like, okay, so this whole thing is just you being an unreliable narrator, probably, about how the Black Legion is just misunderstood and we're just murdering all these people, filling ourselves with demons, and like
it's all good,
burning the countryside for funsies. Also, they meet future Space Marine wayfarers of the doomed, essentially, in the Eye of Terror, who let them get from one part of the Eye of Terror into real space so they can attack mankind, or like the Imperium, essentially.
By wayfarers,
those ferrymen are regular loyalist Space Marines from the far future.
Okay, we're getting into like Justice League from the future DC territory, but
there's
all right.
There's like some really weird shit that happens in this book. There's some fun moments.
Now I feel like we just need to go and talk about the Black Library as a whole.
Sure.
Yeah, what a terribly run
or the book
business.
No. Follow me here.
Black Library as a business is awful. You go and you want to buy, I don't know, Gaunt's Ghost today. You can't because they don't keep it in print. Why?
How much is it if you want to buy it?
Like $60 per book. I looked on eBay. No, I own these books.
You can just ask your American friend and he'll send you his copies.
I have this book. A bunch of them are right here. This entire shelf is Black Library books.
Yeah. So
these are like serious history books. These are Black Library books. These are, I'm pretty sure that these are like
those
look like sparkly vampire books.
Yeah, I was like,
Twilight books. These are Twilight books. These are my wife's. Yeah, and then there's like a bunch of like Tintin and other like Asterix comics down here.
So, have we all read the first 5 books of the Horus Heresy?
Yes.
Yeah.
That gets you through Flight of the Einstein and Fulgrim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about Fulgrim, but definitely Flight of the Einstein.
Yeah.
So
I've read through like the first dozen or so books, I think, of
would
Horus Heresy before I read
generally
it.
speaking, most people I've talked to say the first 5 books of the Horus Heresy or the first 3, depending on where you want to cut, are good.
Yeah, the first Horus Heresy book and I think the second one are both pretty good. The third one is where you start to see the edges fray, I think.
Listen, if you're gonna read the Horus Heresy from scratch today, just go to Arbiter Ian's YouTube channel and find a video that says these are the books you should read, because you can skip most of them, to be honest.
Also true. There's a lot of stuff you just don't need.
A lot of them are terrible. Some of them are really good, but the problem is there's a lot of bad in between the good.
Well, so all right, so we know, like, starting those 3 or 5 books, whichever where you want to draw the line, Horus falls to chaos.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the lore. He falls to chaos. Which legions go traitor. Which ones stay loyal. There is no question. This is like known 40K lore before you go into it. They somehow made it interesting in that bit.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, a lot of times when you know the outcome, it's not interesting. But they were like, no, we found a way. And then they just kind of were like, fuck it. Now what? They're like, they just like to do weird shit. They're like, hey, what if like Gilliman started a second Imperium because the Emperor was dead before he could get back? You're like, well, we know that's not real. We know
Okay. The Unremembered Empire is legit a really good book, though.
But the point is, it has no consequence because we know that whatever they're worried about, you're like, you guys are still going to make it back to Terra and fight during the siege of Terra. So
yeah, I mean,
we're just fucking around, wasting time over here.
They make Horus really interesting in the first few books, and then he's incredibly boring in the Siege of Terra.
Yeah,
part of it, and the reason why he's boring in the Siege of Terra is more than anything else is like you can't write him interestingly, and even when he's fighting the Emperor in The End and the Death, like part 1 and part 2. There's like moments of like brilliance in those parts, but it's gotten so big that it's like impossible to tie it all together correctly.
I have no interest in reading any of the Siege of Terra books.
They're
really
the best
uneven.
ones.
Nah, they're really uneven.
Because
the first one is not great.
I was going to say this. The first one is the Solar War, right? And it's all about logistics. Like if you really like shipping lanes, you're gonna love that book.
Yeah, fuck no.
The best parts of it.
I'll read your whatever
advances.
reading assignment you gave me before I read about shipping lanes in 30K. Okay, screw that.
But
actually, like, one of the Horus Heresy
Echoes of
books that I
Eternity,
enjoyed,
very good,
that everyone hated, was Battle for the Abyss. Because you know why? None of those characters are named anywhere else, so I didn't know who the fuck was going to live or die, or win or lose. Like,
fair enough.
It was just like they're like, here's some random dudes fighting over a ship. The ship that's got a gun so big you can blow up a planet. Oh my god! And you're like, cool, yeah, that seems important.
This is why, to me, the best Warhammer 40K stories are not the ones with Space Marines in them.
Yeah,
they are the ones that are like the Noctis and Lux books, where they're like, this is a crime on a planet. And we're going to 90% of the time deal with just how the Imperium works, like for citizens. And that's like what we're going to deal with here.
Yeah.
Like the Noctis and Lux books have one of the most terrifying sequences of scenes where they talk about how servitors are made and like essentially how servitors are a requirement for the Imperium to run and how they have to be made from people, essentially just like wandering around the city.
Yeah, and let's be honest, if we lived in the 40K universe, we'd probably be servitors. We wouldn't be Space Marines. We'd be servitors.
For yourself.
That would be an orc.
Yeah, time out. I would totally be an ogre.
You would be a semi-sentient fungus.
I'll take it.
Sentience is perhaps overstating orcs, but...
That is one thing I liked about the Infinite and the Divine. The orc bits are good.
They are funny.
Orcs are like hit or miss when they try to write them as a book. The Ghazghkull book was hilarious because it's the lore of like Ghazghkull getting decapitated and then revived in a bigger body. But the story is told by like an inquisitor that has captured Makari.
That book is very funny. Yes,
And it is hilarious because it is told by Makari, who from the beginning they're like, he's saying two things that can't be true at the same time, but he believes they are both true, so therefore it is. We can't trust a fucking word this guy says.
Well, it's like the 12th Makari.
Yeah, and
is what you find out.
Yeah, and that's basically Makari is a demon. The Ghazghkull just kind of resummons the like the consciousness into a new Gretchen every time Makari dies. Yeah. And then for a while,
sat on Makari once, and Makari died.
For a while, Makari is mad at Ghazghkull because Ghazghkull is not off doing the Great Wog, and he's focusing on other stuff. So every time Ghazghkull summons Makari, Makari just goes and kills himself. Because he's like, no, fuck you, I don't want to work with you. And just goes and kills himself every time, until eventually Ghazghkull doesn't say he's sorry, but goes back to doing what Makari thinks he should be doing.
That's very passive aggressive of Makari.
Oh yeah, it's like, and then like at one point they're trying to find out if Makari's like telling the truth, so they have to feed a piece of Makari's flesh to some sort of captured Kroot that they have that like can eat the flesh and get the memories of the thing that but it just turns him into a giant pile of green mold and he dies.
Okay, I kind of want to read that book now.
There are books
because I read like the Beast Arises or whatever, and I wasn't a huge fan of that one.
No, I've tried; they're not good.
Yeah.
Orc Death Stars, and then a lot of fighting over who gets the money to fight the orcs. It's
the best Warhammer 40k novels are the ones that either take the silly shit in Warhammer 40k at face value, like Makari in the Ghazghkull books.
Yeah.
Or the books that write about the actual grinding horror that the Imperium is for the people who live in it. That's why I like the Eisenhorn books. They're about one Inquisitor and bad shit happening all the fucking time. Like, just nonstop terrible things. Pariah's the same way. Like, Pariah has Space Marines in it, and so does Eisenhorn, but like for very brief moments, and that's kind of it.
Oh yeah. In a previous life, when I used to have a different Warhammer podcast ages ago, I accidentally spoiled the end of who the King in Yellow was, and then I got a lot of hate mail.
I'm excited for those books to come out. Honestly, the truth is I just like Dan Abnett's books is most of it.
Yeah, they've been sitting on that book for years now. It's done. Just put it out there. Come on.
I mean, Dan Abnett's basically retired as well.
Yeah.
Like he wrote the End of the Death part whatever, and then was like, I'm fucking done, you
part
fuckers.
17.
Yeah. Yeah. They really
the end and it's still fucking dying. What? No.
The part that I found most obnoxious is they stretched the fuck out of the ending.
Oh,
like they're like, we need to make sure all 50 loose threads are tied up. I'm like, no, you don't. Leave some mystery in your fucking universe, you fuckers. It's okay. You can leave the perpetual plot out of it. Just, why is that there? It's bad.
Yep. What's the guy's name? John Smith or something silly like that?
Oh, John Grammaticus?
John Grammaticus.
Like I said, John Smith.
Yeah, fuck him.
That whole thing, the whole perpetual plot line, if it wasn't there, makes for the books just to be better.
Yeah, just pretend you never had that idea. It's okay.
There are really cool characters in those books. You get to meet the founder of the Flesh Terrors, as one example, Ahmet, who's really good. It's a good character. You get some really terrible things that they do to important characters, like they randomly kill Janisha Kroll. Like, she just dies randomly in one scene to fucking Karn, who doesn't even realize he's killed her. Just his little ticker goes up a number, and he's like, oh, I'm going to keep going.
The idea of Karn having a kill count on his vision is just like...
Just after a while, it just go infinite?
Yeah, it goes back around.
It's like an odometer in a car.
Yeah, it resets. Yeah,
he just cranks it back.
I mean, I think if people are looking for good books, like I enjoy the Saphus Kane books. Again, they're probably going to be hard to find cheaply, but that's mainly because it's like the whole premise of the Saphus Kane books is like it's an inquisitor that's writing like basically publishing his journals and being like, I don't know how much I fucking believe this guy or not.
Yeah.
And the journals are basically about like, everyone's like, he's a great hero of the Imperium. He saves everyone. And the reality is he's constantly trying to make whatever decision saves his ass first and screw everyone else. So he's like, constantly, he's like, I'm going to go over, we're being attacked. And he's like, I'm going to go check on the back
ammo
door
depot. Yeah.
to make sure that they're not flanking us. And he's like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And then he goes and he catches the enemy, by surprise, and they lunge at him. And he's like, fuck shit. And, has to slice up a gene stealer or something like that. And they're like, you saved us. How great of you. And he's like, yeah, that's what I was trying to do the whole time. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ben,
Yeah.
I see your question. Give me a fucking
give me some-
second.
Oh, he did it twice, didn't he?
All right. How do you like your eggs?
All right.
Number 1 and number 2.
Yes. Thank you, Ben Jurek, for the $1.99 super chat twice for how do the hosts like their eggs.
No, I
I
want you
can't
to rank,
refund
I
you,
want
Ben.
You to choose 2
You're just
forms
stuck with having given us $4.
I want both tiers of eggs. What's top tier and what's second? tier of
$4
eggs?
to a Nathan Goes to Barcelona fund.
Yep.
There you go. That's what all of the super chats will go to, is sending Nathan to Barcelona.
I had a different business pitch for them. They didn't approve it, guys. So
No.
we're gonna have to do super chats.
I appreciate you, Ben. I will give you $2 when I see you in person next. You can just have them.
But
I'll just
but
give
what
you
are,
$2.
what are your top tier egg choices?
The number 1 best egg is a soy marinated egg. That's the best egg.
I assume it's got to be soft boiled first.
Soft boiled, yes. A soft boiled soy marinated
No,
egg.
raw.
Yeah,
Raw with soy
put,
sauce.
Put my raw egg right in soy sauce and then I eat it. Yes.
I mean,
If I knew where the eggs came from, I might do that actually. Like if I knew the chicken in like that came from.
I can arrange that.
Sure, we can talk about it, Seth.
Yes, that's very RFK Jr. of you.
I'm a bird vet. I know people with chickens.
Yeah.
Francois.
The second
wait.
second
No,
best
no,
egg.
he needs to guess the second. Yeah.
The second best egg is a chili crisp seasoned fried egg.
What's a chili crisp?
No idea.
It's like chili oil, so it's like you put
Oh, okay,
garlic,
yeah.
hot peppers, salt, usually some other stuff. Some of them have like a little bit of sardines or something in them and stuff like that. And it's like a savory, spicy oil kind of thing. It's very good, like a dried fish more than anything else.
No, I understand what a sardine is.
I don't know, bud.
They don't have those in Canada. They have
Maybe
no
you're
fish
too
in Canada.
fancy for dried fish up there in Canada, Francois. Francois has died, which is fair.
I guess I'll go while Francois rolls for his resurrection protocols, his
It
reanimation.
is mostly fried garlic, yes.
Yeah. I would go with scrambled. I'm a good scrambler. I like my scrambled, and then probably second tier would be fried, just a plain old fried egg. Nothing exciting. I'm very basic.
It's fair. It's fine. It's okay to be basic. For
Francois?
Well, for the day-to-day egg consumption, I'll go over easy. But if I'm feeling fancy, a nice omelette.
Yeah.
What? I pronounced it correctly.
You did, and I'm very proud of you.
It was the best way to pronounce it in this situation.
What am I gonna do? Put on a fake English accent to say omelette?
Omelette, yes. Yes, a wee an omelette. Yes.
Satan omelette.
Satan omelette.
An omelette au fromage.
We broke it, Nathan. This is peak 40K right here, folks. Peak, this is what you've came and you love to see was Nathan laughing so hard.
An entire
He's
404
crying.
page not found.
Yeah, Nathan's crying. He can't speak. I'm beat red. Francois went face down on the desk for a minute. This is really the highest quality content on the channel, obviously.
Damn, that was way funnier than it should have been, but it was good.
We're very tired.
No,
Yes.
we're just, what else are we going
We're
to talk
just-
about? How we love the Black Library and the game is balanced?
I think the best way it's ever been put is the way that Cliff said it once in the statcheck Discord.
Yeah, he.
I need to find the exact.
No, he
quote.
said if your enjoyment of the game relies on it being balanced, you need to rethink your life or something like that.
Yeah.
This is not the game for you, I think, is what it is.
Yes,
Because
this is not a game for you. Because this game will
Inher-
never be balanced. It's impossible. It's too complex. It will never be balanced. Now, I personally am a terrible person, so I gain enjoyment out of the game being unbalanced because I'll just play whatever broken shit is out there. But if you're a normal person and
like-
don't army hop to whatever is the current broken thing in the meta, just let it be a duck. Water on the back of a duck.
you do just need to be okay with some amount of imbalance. Like the game can be more balanced than it is right now. And the game has been more balanced than it is right now. But the game is never balanced. It's
And
always
also,
going to have weird
Nothing's
shit.
ever guaranteed. I have witnessed Pantheon players losing 4 out of 5 games at events.
Mhm.
It can happen.
I think like when the meta is really out of balance, you have to adjust your goals. Like I want to win Cherokee. I want to, try to win. My choices were find a way to beat Necrons reliably or just fucking play Necrons.
And even then, how many players are going to be at Cherokee?
Like 370,
So,
380.
Seth, even playing Necrons, the odds of you winning Cherokee are still low, right?
Yeah, exactly. But there's been other events I've gone to where I'm like, I'm not trying to win, so I just want to be the best placing faction, person in my faction. Like I've chosen a different goal, and there's been games where you're just like, "Yep, you were about to get screwed," and you're like, "Yeah, because I can't compete with that power level. I just want to. Yep, I'm going to take this L. I'm going to do my best so that I can, hopefully, in a tiebreaker scenario, shuffle my way up, past the others. You just got to adjust your goals.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Sometimes you also just have to be willing to be okay with losing, right?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Like,
What do you mean
And-
sometimes? At any given event,
Always, at
only
any
one
given event,
person
yeah.
wins the event.
You-
So I don't care how big your event is. The
I mean, like,
overwhelming majority of us lose games.
in general, outside of events, even like you just need to be
Yeah.
okay with losing games of Warhammer 40k. In events, you definitely need to be prepared to lose a game of 40k because only one person will win.
it's me.
And yes, it will be you, Seth. Me and Francois are both going to put all of our le luck behind you.
Lay luck,
No.
not just luck.
Le
Lay
luck.
luck.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, le luck.
Every time I roll a 4 up, I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry, that was from Nathan and Francois.
If it's from me, it's called la chance.
And if I don't roll the 4 up, I'll be like, it's because they didn't help me. Basically, my results at Cherokee are not my fault; they are your fault.
It's true.
Well,
This is great.
yeah, okay. We did advise you on your army choice. Now, whether or not you took our advice,
No, I didn't.
He did not. Even
Literally, I've
slightly.
not gotten the same advice from two groups other than play Necrons. Within that, it's like a billion different little. I almost had to audible to Pantheon after Tuesday's show because Anthony made it sound like it was, God's gift to 40k players that want to just win easy games.
Yeah, meanwhile,
You
I've
don't have enough
tested Pantheon
Catan.
extensively, and I don't like it that much. It's really good, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It's still Necrons.
Well, I
But
was like,
I-
I'm not going to get a deceiver, so for, 2
Well,
transcendent. and-
yeah, sure. If you can't get a deceiver, then you cannot play Pantheon.
Yeah, so I was like, fucking, I'm not doing that. Yeah, but point is, I had you guys being like, awakens the way, and I tried it, and it didn't feel good for me. And I tried it into some of the players that I know are probably going to go far in that event, and I'm like, well, if they can beat the crap out of that, that's probably not going to work for me. They outskill me. I have to outlist them. So I ended up.
Now I'm on Star Shatter now because I've got a team event in 2 weeks on the 20th, and I'm the Necron player because of course, and I'm going to be playing. Well, technically List Lock is until next week, but I'm not going to change my mind. I'm going to be playing Star Shatter because I like to
I
go
understand.
fast, and having 2 CP and then Kool-Aid Manning the king through a wall with a 6-inch auto advance and in his +2-inch move aura is a trip.
Don't forget you had the Satan standing next to him before he did this.
Yeah,
so
of course. And then the Satans go 12 inches and charge something turn 1 because why not?
Yeah. So I was playing a game the other night is for practice against one of my friends that's a good guard player, Chris Daly, and he was doing what he needed to do, and it was a close game. And I was going first on Purge, so he was figuring out how to manipulate kills and try to minimize his losses and being guard players and shoving crap on objectives, doing a good job. So I'm ahead on points, but he's catching up. So it's like he's probably going to catch me in the last turn. So there was like, I drew some bad secondaries on 5. I had to get like Assassinate, which all that he had left character-wise were these 2 like Royal Dorn commanders that were on 16 wounds each on his backfield objective, and Storm Hostile. And that was the only objective he was on, was his backfield objective. And I was like, all right, Void Dragon, you've been taking a whole flank by yourself and you're full health. Move him up 10. I'm like, all right, measure. And I'm like, I could go for one of these guys and probably kill him. And it's like a 4-inch charge. Or I could go for a 7-inch charge and try to tag both of them. And if I tag both of them and pick up both of them, I can then pile into his home field objective and get Assassinate by killing them and Storm Hostile. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, I make the charge. I'm like, you got, you're behind, you got to push, make the charge. And then it was like mental math, like how many attacks, how do I split my attacks, and I did some damage to one of them in some shooting and the little, not psychic, suck your soul out ability. And I literally was like, all right, I got to put 2 attacks. I got to get 2 attacks through here to get 8 wounds on this rust or this Dorn over here, and I got to put 3 through to get 16 wounds on the other one, and I nailed it perfectly. Picked up both.
Better looking than good.
That's right. Sometimes that's what matters. Also,
and then he drew cards that he was like, yeah, I can score these, I win. I'm like, okay, fine. But
sometimes
for a minute there, the Void Dragon was all that he could be.
Void Dragon's pretty good. The
somebody
shooting
related
attack is insane.
Somebody related in the comments of our last YouTube video for StatCheck for the main show. They're like, yeah, one of the losses was 100 something orcs just losing all their guys, and only because their opponent drew no scoreable secondaries, they won by 2 points. And that was it. Sometimes you can just be lucky.
Yeah, that's okay. It's the game we play.
Sometimes a single Satan does 18 damage to one tank and 18 damage to another, and then
And to go back to the title of our show about Yu-Gi-Oh, sometimes the heart of the cards is with you, and sometimes it is not.
It was yes. I do, man. So I always thought when they introduced the tactical objective deck, I was really hoping what they were going to do is they say, okay, here's the basic tactical objective deck, and you as a player can remove, say, like 4 cards from the deck.
There used to be a WTC rule like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I was really hoping for something like that, because then it's like, okay, I can remove some of these, and then I can try to build my list to optimize playing.
Well, no, to be fair, the cards are all like generally scoreable these days.
Yeah.
Their cards are not a problem at all. And to answer Ben's question in chat, yes, I have played Expedition 33. It's an amazing game. I lost my entire soul to it for about a month. It's fantastic.
It's very good. I'm not surprised that Francois likes it.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It's very French. Let's be blunt here, buddy. It's very French.
It is very French, Francois.
It's just good.
Oh yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It is very French.
Also good, but it was just momentarily very funny to say that.
It was aggressively funny.
Also, I would like to set the record straight. I am Quebecois, not French.
Mm-hmm. Pretend French.
Them's fighting words there, Nathan.
I don't think I've seen Francois more flustered than that moment, by the way. He's going into his history class on Monday real upset.
There's going to be a pop quiz. I'm sorry, kids.
We're really sorry we've created this much angst in your professor.
You thought he was a hard grader before. Just wait.
Now we're going to get him riled up every Monday going forward.
I guess that's a segue there. I guess moving forward with me starting a new job, Mondays are going to be when the show is. So our next show is the 23rd.
We'll be
which
on
means
the same bi-weekly schedule.
Yeah. So we'll be bi-weekly. But that importantly for me means that we can preempt every week the main stat check show with the exciting results from the weekend.
Just pull the rug from under them.
You'd be very careful.
So
We
Nathan,
won't preempt the stats. We can be like, oh my god, did you see what happened?
Wow, Khayon Cajuns are more French than the
I was going to say,
Quebec.
Nathan, I'm going to need you to use your mod powers and ban Khayon forever.
Wow. Forever? You're not even going to give the boy probation? You're just like, he's gone?
Gone.
I didn't realize the Canadians were so into corporal punishment. Also, my wife has sent me like 5 DMs on Discord about this equestrian Primarch thing. What? Backstage chat. It's literally an Instagram reel.
Have you heard about the Minotaur romance
extra? Yeah, I did see the cover for that book.
No, I
where
don't.
the author was like, "This wasn't meant to be a Minotaur romance. Please stop." Hold on, I can still find it.
Okay. I've got a very important history point to make. Khayon, they did not move of their own violation.
All right, I'm going to pull up the picture and I'm going to post it in our little shared screen.
Are you sure that is?
It's
legal.
It is legal. This is the proposed thing where the person was surprised that they maybe thought this was a Minotaur romance novel. And I was like, bud, how did you not see it?
Listen.
Nathan, what are we doing?
What?
Does this say by Matt Dinneman anywhere? No, okay, good.
No, it's by Wild Rabbit.
That's Matt Dinneman's pen name. I found it. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's another lit RPG, so I'm not surprised.
No.
I did reserve my spot in a Kickstarter for the Dungeon Crawler Carl RPG and card game. So we could do some sessions of it, guys.
You want to just play the Matt Dinneman RPG on
Matt Dinneman would be lucky to be on this show.
No, he's not going to be on the show. We're going to play his game.
Oh,
well, we're gonna play the card. There's a card game.
I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible.
You're going to have to drink the demon donkey milk.
Yeah, no. That's why it sounds terrible.
I'm really excited for the next book in that series to come out, so that becomes our book report again.
Someone else has to do that one. I've done my penance. I mean, time.
No, we're not going back to the kaiju one. We're just going to stick to Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Good. I thought you were saying I hope there's the kaiju one, and I was like, no, let's not.
No, I did start reading one of the other series by him though.
I'm smarter than that.
It's okay so far. It's not.
How many of them have you read there, Francois?
I'm smart. Yeah, Francois will forever say that he never enjoyed something while being 30
they're objectively terrible, and yet I couldn't stop.
Dominion of Blades is the one.
Yeah, that's the same universe as Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon.
Is it the same universe? Damn.
Yeah, because they talk about the game Dominion of Blades in that book.
Okay. Well.
Francois is being assailed by Khayon saying that now that the food from Cajun country is better than the Quebecois food as well.
Yeah, it's okay. They're allowed to be wrong.
It's okay. You don't have to listen to him. It can be white noise.
I'm
super
just here,
and we have to listen.
I'm doing this for free.
You are. You're in fact still paying us to do it.
In fact, I'm still paying the Patreon.
So am I. Wait a minute. It's all right.
You just
management.
Again, like last week, as I told you, remind me tomorrow.
Yes, and then I forgot.
Exactly.
Is this going to be the running joke of every episode? Francois remembers that he's still paying for this, and then Nathan says, "Remind me tomorrow." And then
I'm just here for Francois personally to pay for my flight to Barcelona.
No, I will not do that.
It will take like 100 months to do that based off the percentages.
Okay.
I mean,
let's get into some listener questions, and then
there are a few actually. We have a few.
We have listeners.
We do. I don't know why.
At least
I
20.
think it's some sort of karmic joke, but here we are.
I actually noticed that like almost 1,000 people listened to the episode, and I don't understand.
We are more popular than the other show on the network other than the main show.
Wow, I mean, those Europeans, they speak funny.
The French show. Yes, that French show is not.
They are more French than us, just so we're clear.
I mean, Liam and Nassim together, like that's a lot of French.
It's true. You're not
Nassim
wrong.
still let me down. I'm still mad at him from Worlds 2 years ago.
Do to you? Oh, I mean,
I had him in the draft, and he biffed it in the first round, and then he started drinking heavily.
Oh yeah, but you had me in the draft too, and that didn't work out so well.
But I was trying to pump up all my boys. I was making sure they had, water and ibuprofen, and they kept ahead in the game. And he went and got a bucket of beer.
Yes.
So,
I mean, that's just Nassim.
Unforgivable.
All right. If you want to ask questions on the show, other than super chatting, and occasionally if we're paying attention, and I think it will make Francois upset, I'll ask the question.
Otherwise, just Francois upset, not me? All right. Awesome.
I mean, Seth, it's very easy to make you upset by talking about historical facts. It's not as impressive.
Yeah. Listen.
If you join the Patreon for $5 a month, you can also ask them in the main in the show questions thread, and we'll make sure that we get to those. Francois, you were about to say something?
I was gonna make up some random history fact to trigger Seth, but now I forgot what it was gonna be.
You can make any history fact.
Seth, do you know that the 1960 election was won by John F. Kennedy?
That seems right.
There's something very funny about Francois the Canadian telling us about American presidents.
You do know that I am an Americanist. My PhD on my wall right there says American history.
I'm not.
No.
Boston University.
I thought you said not American history. I thought you said Americanist.
No,
I am an
American
Americanist.
history.
Yes, I'm an Americanist, which is what you call a historian of American history.
There you go. Yes,
I know what I'm putting on your
The
Dungeon
PhD's
Crawler
right
jersey.
there, Seth. Look at it.
I know what I'm putting on the
pretty.
Dungeon Crawler Carl jersey for you.
Oh God.
Americanist achievement
Yes.
unlocked. Excellent. All right. The first question is from Carl, which is Seth. What is your favorite stat check show?
Is this show
I mean,
an
this one,
acceptable
clearly.
answer?
Yeah.
If
This
we're
show is
saying
an acceptable answer.
if we say not this show, I like the main show.
That's fair too.
I'll be honest with you, Nathan.
Hmm?
When you guys talk stats, it just kind of goes wah 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 to me, and then you guys are goofing
Section
around
I'm
again.
responsible for.
Yeah, and then
You
when
don't
you
like
guys
the
are goofing
section that
around
I
again,
do.
that's why I said no offense, okay? But after you get past,
Immediately, I'm going to take offense.
I said no offense. Legally, that means you can't be offended.
That's I don't.
I know lawyers. That's true.
Pretty sure that's not.
Point
All
is,
right.
I don't listen to the main show for the data. I listen to the main show for the hot takes and Anthony going into fucking, tailspin over strength 5 chain swords.
Yeah, Anthony's rants are the best part of the main show. Whenever he loses his mind about something, that's the best.
He is definitely kind of a broken soul at the moment.
Good.
Sorry.
All right. The next question is also from Carl, which is, with the Olympics going on, what do you think makes people feel happy / proud when their athletes win / do well, even though 99.9% of them had no involvement in it? It's just clannishness or tribalism, folks. It doesn't like
being a homer, rooting for home.
It's objectively not a good thing, but whenever Canada beats some poor nation 5-0 in hockey, I feel good about myself.
Yeah, that was very satisfying when the United States women's team recently did that to the Canadian team.
Now, listen, you little shit.
Yeah, it's national pride. I'm voting for my team, the Moon Mammoths.
Francois didn't realize what he was signing up for tonight.
Shit on Francois night. Got it. I didn't come prepared. Sorry, buddy.
The next one is Seth, as the resident orc player.
Sure.
That's spelled with a C. That's not how you spell orc.
That's how you spell
Tom.
it.
Are you appalled that they nerfed more DACA faster than they are touching the new and improved Catan?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, I was also a week away from taking more DACA to a large tournament, so I was quite upset that when that got, the hammer put down onto it. I'm just holding on, baby, that we can make it to Friday, Saturday. Let's make it to the end of Saturday with these Necron rules and
36 hours.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what they're waiting for. I'm not saying it's fair. This is probably not very good for the game, but I'm going to fucking take it. So,
And then
if they fuck me, I don't know what I'm playing instead.
also, who would win between on-release DACA versus Catan?
Probably Catan's.
I don't know. Luda's with Sustain 2. Rerolling because you're on an objective. They have AP. They have access to ignore cover. They're going to wound you on 5s.
Like AP matters.
Well, it's just
They're
like to
damage
get
3,
you the
right?
invul. They're damage 2, but I think there was a way to buff their damage. So you could just be back to damage 2.
Was there a way to buff the damage?
Man. More. I try not to remember when I was hurt. Okay. I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember what I could have had.
I actually played more DACA at that team event, and I don't remember either.
Yeah. I feel like
it's better if we don't remember
because
these
you
things.
got the Gretchen to kind of just like get in the fucking way.
The ammo runt.
Yep. You
know
have
the Zogrod unit that you can just be like,
unit.
Do you have a way to kill 20 Gretchen that have 5-up invulns? You don't? Okay, cool. You stay over there. So it can hold the stand back for turn while you shoot them.
It is true.
So
Satans have sneaky volume though.
It would have been
like
close.
the Void Dragon can probably kill like 15 Gretchens by himself.
But he got -1 to wound, baby.
Between shooting and melee? He has 16 melee attacks. You do know that. His sweep is 10, and then he has his tail attacks.
Do you know that Gretchen have a 5-up invuln?
I understand, but he has this shooting sustained 2
Do
attack.
you believe in my ability to roll 5-up invulns?
Well, so if you're an orc and you believe enough, you can do it.
So I don't know. There's it's got some. I have to go back, but I think Mordak has got the edge. How's this? Let's turn this question around. Francois.
Yep.
You are not allowed to play orcs and necrons. Which one of those two unnerfed Mordaka or current necrons would you prefer to play against?
Depends what I'm playing.
Well, I just limited you to not playing those two factions, but otherwise go nuts.
I'm going to play Release Eldar into either of them.
Yeah. So if I play my baseline, which is Space Marines, I probably have a better time into Necrons, but that doesn't mean that Mordaka
was better.
No, it doesn't.
I think the interesting thing
I've played
about
Necrons
Mordaka,
and Mordaka, and I think that they're both terrible, but Necrons is probably a little bit better.
The only time that Seth has truly traumatized me with an army was with Mordaka, where it was just so many guns, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Telling your opponent your whatever mech gun was AP6 or something is pretty funny.
It is.
It's almost as delicious as the relic shock attack gun shooting 3 times in a single shooting phase.
Fuck. And then the last question from the Patreon thread is from Ben Jurek, which is cookbook report when? We could do that as the next one if we wanted to. We could do a cookbook report. I don't know how we do a cookbook report, though.
Is it us judging the taste of the meals, or is it us judging the ability for the book to teach us how to execute creation of the meals?
Or are we writing a cookbook?
Or are we each sharing a recipe rotating around, and we each have to cook the dish that the other sends one of us?
Oh no, let's not do that. I want to cook whatever mad creation Seth comes up with.
God damn, you don't even know what I'm going to cook about.
No, it's going to be like a bourbon battered raccoon or something.
Jesus. I might be a redneck, but I'm not that much of a redneck.
Whoa, okay, family canon guy. Not that much of a redneck.
I've never eaten raccoon.
Really?
You've never eaten raccoon?
I've not eaten raccoon.
I don't believe you for some reason.
How about just roadkill?
Okay, technically yes, but it was a turkey. It went through the windshield of a car. It was very tender.
Yeah, it was tenderized by the windshield.
Tenderized by the grill of a car.
Windshield. It's for the windshield.
Windshield.
Yeah, come on, Francois.
It's a little crunchy from the glass, but it was okay.
Pick it out.
Francois, do you like the new Votan detachment?
Do they think I'm actually a Votan player? I played Votan once when it was broken ages ago, as I
You
do.
play every army.
Yes.
Therefore, you must have opinions on every army.
I do have a actually beautifully painted Votan army, but I have not actually looked closely at the Votan attachment. Friends of mine that play Votan tell me it's good, and then I nod and smile and move on.
I think this one gives you the best control over most of the Votan
Yeah,
army
so
rule because you
that
can
detachment
change things
gives you
around.
what the army rules should be, but then
Yeah,
you don't
which
have a
is-
detachment rule.
Right. It does have good stratagems in it.
Yeah,
I
It
just
seems
I don't
perfectly
it seems
fine. It's
good.
just like Votan is a perfectly fine army. That's the problem with it, is that it's just perfectly fine.
It plays very fair Warhammer 40k at you.
Which, fair Warhammer,
Not for Francois.
nope, I want to play unfair Warhammer.
I'm with you.
I will say I'm very excited about the new Chaos Space Marine detachments. Even the Huron one seems good.
Yeah.
+1 to hit is all right.
Seems great.
Nothing to complain about there.
I have too many
people.
people. So
They
this is
nerf
one
my
of the.
Necrons, and then I'm going to complain. Okay, I reserve the
We
right. to
both
complain.
talked at the same time. It doesn't work.
Go ahead.
I was
Francois.
gonna say this is one of the very few problems with Teams Warhammer is I have too many teammates to play CSM, so I can't like even look at it.
That's sad, actually.
If
does
you
make me
don't
very
play
excited.
Teams, you don't have to worry about that. You play whatever you want.
It's true.
Well, but then you don't get to play teams.
Also
I'm
true.
fine with that.
I mean, I would play on a team.
You
with
won't eat
you.
what I cook for dinner. Why would we be on a team?
Wow, Francois found the way to push the most of Seth's buttons via cooking. I think Francois wins the shit on another host this evening, Brian.
Why is Nathan getting out of all of this?
What are you going to do to me that's not already been done, Seth?
I mean, I did say that your segment is just wah 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 to me.
You did. That actually hurt my feelings because I've done that for 4 years. Be like saying,
Smart
damn,
for me,
Seth,
okay? I was just
you're
I
such a
want-
bird doctor. What happened to all those flocks of chickens, Seth?
Influenza, okay.
All right, I think we've peaked.
We
Pull the
gotta
plug.
stop. We're stopping for the night now. If you've stayed for over 90 minutes of whatever tomfoolery this is, in
I
our
don't think I can
vaguely
get through this
Warhammer 40K
episode.
We are vaguely Warhammer 40k adjacent here on Medicae's orders. I hope you all enjoyed it, and our episode of Khayon is ready to duel. I hope you all have a lovely evening and a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Right.
Cheers. I'm just